Earlier today, there were two drive-by shootings at a residence on San Jose Boulevard, one about 2 o'clock in the morning and one about 8 o'clock in the morning. There were no injuries at that drive-by shooting, but our detectives began to work that case. They were able to develop charges on a suspect, and their investigation led them to a residence on Montague Place. Our deputies approached that residence, and there were several individuals, including the suspect, in the driveway and near the vehicle. One of those subjects was armed with a handgun with an extended magazine. Our deputies gave several commands, and then they shot at the subject. Another subject was struck in the foot, and he has a non-life-threatening injury, and he was transported to the hospital. As far as I know, he's going to be okay. He's 24 years old. There was at least one handgun recovered at the scene, that is that firearm with an extended magazine. And so we do anticipate numerous charges on several individuals, both related to the drive-by shootings and to this incident on Montague Place. There is body-worn camera footage from several deputies, which I have reviewed, of this incident, of the shooting. And the Florida Department of Law Enforcement will conduct an investigation. They will turn their findings over to the state attorney's office. Once the state attorney's office is done with their review, we will do our own internal investigation. There are no other injuries in this case, and the two deputies involved in the shooting will be placed on administrative leave, which is our standard procedure. That's all the information that we have right now. This happened a little after 1 o'clock today, so still very preliminary in the investigation, but I'm happy to take any questions.
Sheriff, you said there was two drive-bys this morning. Were they both related to this one set of suspects?
That's correct. So there were two drive-by shootings, one about 2 o'clock in the morning, one about 8 o'clock in the morning on San Jose Boulevard, which is not too far from here. We were able to develop a suspect in those drive-by shootings, which led us to the house on Montague Place. That suspect was there at that location. There was another subject who had a handgun with the extended magazine, and he was the one who was shot at.
And he died?
No one died. There was another subject who was there who ended up getting shot in the foot. He's going to be okay, as far as I know, non-life-threatening injuries.
And that second person was armed?
It's unknown at this time. There's at least one firearm that was recovered at the scene. I did see the one subject from the body-worn camera footage clearly holding a firearm. After the shots were fired, he threw the firearm towards the bushes.
What are the charges?
So there'll be a variety of charges, weapons charges, also charges related to the drive-by shooting at a residence.
Any motivation for the drive-by?
No, we have no idea what the motivation for the drive-by is yet, and our detectives are still working that case to find out what the motivation was. I'm certain we'll get to the bottom of it.
You said you reviewed the body cam. From your experience, do you believe your deputies were warranted in using gunfire?
Yeah, absolutely. I reviewed the body-worn camera footage. The subject had a gun. He knew we were law enforcement. Our deputies were in full uniform. So, you got to follow the commands of law enforcement. And you shouldn't be doing drive-by shootings, certainly, and you shouldn't be holding a gun anywhere near law enforcement. So, what I tell people is that if you follow the commands of law enforcement and surrender peacefully, you won't get shot. So, that's what happened.
What was the nature to the drive-by shootings? Was anyone struck to those?
So there were no injuries at the drive-by shooting. It's my understanding that typical drive-by shooting, they drove by and shot at the house, but no one in the house was hit by gunfire.
You say subjects regarding the wounded individual. Is this somebody facing charges, or was this a bystander who was hit by gunfire?
So all of the subjects there could be charged at some point, whether it's the incident there for having a firearm or whether it's related to the drive-by shooting. So there's several subjects involved, and we'll let you know, but we do anticipate numerous charges on several subjects related to both incidents.
Just so I can understand, did they lift a gun at deputies, or they just refused to listen to deputies?
So both, from the video I saw, he had the gun, they were giving commands, and then they shot at him. And what I saw is he threw the gun after he was shot at.
Everybody good?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.